Meeting order. Roll call.
Mayor Barker,
Present.
Vice Mayor Ruse,
Present.
Alderman Thomas,
Present.
sorry. I don't know what's wrong with me.
You're good.
Oh, Alderman Tanner, here, and Alderman Martin.
Yes.
All right, everybody is present tonight. So moving down the list, we have our minutes. Do we have a motion to accept minutes?
I make a motion.
Motion by Tamberlin,
I'll second.
second by Jed. Roll call.
Mayor Barker,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Ruse,
Yes.
Alderman Thomas.
Yes.
Excuse me, that didn't know. Alderman Tanner and
Yes.
Alderman Martin. Goodness,
Yes, ma'am.
you can tell I've been out for a couple months, sorry.
And minutes pass. Next on the agenda, we have the financials. Just want to make a couple of comments. I talked to Shannon about these. We had some what appears to be large expenses on here. The CDBG, that is a wash through on the grant. We are still, and I'll go over this in a bit, but the consulting firm, that's a payment to them, and so that was from Southeastern. That's from the grant disbursement, correct?
Mhm.
So,
That was from the state.
so the state sent that, so it had to wash through an account, and that's why you're seeing that. So we did not spend $96,000. Also, it's time to pay the insurance for the city. That one is quite large at 44, and then you see a $5,000 payment to the sheriff's department. We did not get billed for a month or two, so that's 3 months worth of payments to them. So that's we're not paying $5,000 a month. Just FYI. So those were the ones that were just a little bit different that caught my attention. Does anybody else have any questions? All right. If none, do we have a motion to accept?
I'll make a motion to accept.
And
I'll
second.
second.
All right. Motion by Jake, second by Tamberlin. Roll call.
Mayor Barker,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Ruse.
Yes.
Alderman Thomas.
Yes.
What's wrong with me? Alderman Tanner
Yes.
and Alderman Martin.
Yes.
Very good.
Just
Passes.
back to you.
All right. Moving on down the list, we have public comments. And I am in minutes. Reading off the minutes. So make sure, yeah. So we have public comments. Anybody have any public comments? None? All right. Moving on down then, we have reports. Board of Aldermen, I will start with Donna.
I've got nothing today,
All right.
other than just thank everybody for working together and doing such a good job, and thank you for all the work that you do. All of us work, it's good work,
I agree.
I second that. Good everything, Teresa, Shannon, everybody, guys, all.
Agree. Tamberlin, do you have anything?
I said it in the planning commission meeting, so I think we're good on that part.
Perfect. Jake?
Just some positive feedback on the farmer's market so far with Tina Rice running things. I think that's been really effective. Heard some great things about that. Continue to, and just looking forward to the fall markets coming up. And that's it for me.
Very good, thank you. And mayor comments, I just want to echo the farmer's market. Really appreciated Tina taking that over, and they'll be doing farmers markets through the 11th, and the 18th they'll pick up with the fall and go through the end of October with that. And so more to come on what's to come later. I do know we have the 29th of November as well as the 6th of December will be Christmas markets for certain. So that being said, moving on down. So we had a last meeting, I spoke about the bid that came in for the lift station, and this was a carryover project that we've gotten the $900,000 grant, and the bids came in too high for the lift station, and then included in that was Colonial Avenue as well as Tennessee Avenue, replacing those sewer lines. So we worked and got some letters out to the state, and we have gotten approval to rebid the Tennessee Avenue project to replace the lines, as well as a Colonial Avenue. So you've got that sinking on Colonial Avenue, which I'd love to get that replaced. Tennessee Avenue is worse based on everything, although it looks great, underneath is not great. And how that would be fixed is basically they go down and they bore through the earth. And so it's a non-top invasive, so you just go under and bore it out, put a new line in. So it's more expensive than digging everything up. So that's gonna be priority one. And then Colonial, hopefully there'll be enough there with these bids that we can get it done as well. You've got that sinking on Colonial. However, I'm told that everything is decent. It's just making the road a mess. So if we can get that fixed, you may.
Okay. My question would be, the grant for the lift station, are we talking just about repositioning that for these projects? Or is this or is that?
The lift station is out. It's
okay.
completely
I
out.
got you.
That's
Okay.
good.
Okay.
And
All right.
that's a great
Okay.
question.
Okay.
We are bidding these two pieces.
Okay.
The entire project, we had one person or one company bid on the entire project. It came back at $8 million. We had 900,000. And six is what Copperhill was given, and then the county was going to help us out with a grant through them. So that's all we have. So hopefully, and then the lift station came in at the 1.2 or 3 million. So we at 1.2. So we were quite short on that piece. So we're going to try for Tennessee and Colonial. If I can get those two done, I'll be happy, and then we can look at potentially getting grants to pave Colonial and get it back where it needs to be. So just want to give you an update there. We also, there was, while we're on grants, there was a tourism grant that we had been working, and we actually was going for a joint project with Tennessee Overhill and Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum. However, we hit some snags with that grant, so we shifted at the very end, went for windows for the city, or for City Hall. However, I've got notification we did not get that grant. So it was $100,000. It would have gone a long way. We're going to keep trying. This is the second time. They did get a grant for it, but it did not get funded previously. It got cut. Got dosed at the first of the year. So we'll keep trying. So hopefully there will be some either federal dollars or some state dollars there for our windows, which we desperately need for not just aesthetics, but for energy efficiency purposes. Then we've also submitted a grant. It was due today. We got it in yesterday. Really want to replace the statue that was at the end of town, which if we do apply for a grant for funding for a statue, and if we get that, it would be here at City Hall somewhere on property, and just basically looking for a miner's memorial and get that back intact. So those, we won't know until the end of October, so it's just November, so keep that one on the radar. Moving on down. I did get complaints. There was a huge party apparently in town. Lots of complaints around. I don't know. I sniffed it out to see where it was. People thought it was at some local establishments. It was not. It was actually a private party. Turned out it was on the Georgia side, Saturday night. Extremely disrespectful in my opinion. So, especially with all the things that happened. But I just want to mention that it was not on the Copperhill side. I was trying to find it to see, but everybody was complaining. If you were up higher, you could hear it. So it was on the ridge line over there on the Georgia side. So shame on you for doing
It
that.
can be hard to press along
Yeah.
at the cemetery there.
So,
It's
anyways,
that bad.
And with all the stuff that was already going on.
Exactly.
yeah, this was on Saturday night after, so. Yeah. Nonetheless, just wanted to mention that. And again, I will reiterate, no burning in the city of Copperhill. If we catch you, you will be cited and brought into court. Court is at 3 p.m. on October 1st. So one last thing, we, with the utility, Copperhill Utilities, if you remember when we first took office back about February, we got an audit from previous, I guess from 2023 is that audit. So it did not come back good. That was the third year in a row that the city had a loss. So if you remember, it was like $90,000 shortfall there on the budget. That required that we go before the state. There's a board for utilities, and we got some findings back from that. So they're requiring that we do a rate study, we have a soft rate study in process that I was working with a group, but this is a very intense rate study. This over the course of 3 years, this is a mandated rate study. We've got to do this over the course of 3 years. It's going to cost us $40,000.
40?
$41,000. And it's actually, it's going to be over 5-6 years. We'll do this one this year, and in a couple years, another. So to get an idea of where we are and what we need to be doing. I know we're already, previous board raised rates, and then we have just raised rates, and we implemented the $5 fee that they had recommended. So we're doing everything that the state is recommending and the auditors are recommending. There is a piece, previous board had not been trained. We are required by the state to be trained, and I will be getting with each of you on this training that we need to take. And there was some conflicting information given that whether or not it had to be done. I've been asking the question for a long time, and it's an easy training, but just to get us in compliance, we will do that. Prior administration had not been advised properly, so they were not in compliance, but that was not, they've been given wrong information. So, am I missing anything on that? Okay. Very good. So that was a lot. I think I've gotten everybody up to date on what's been happening, other than me digging through records. And moving on down the list. Also, want to recognize our commissioner, our district commissioner, Keith Parker. Keith, did you have anything to mention? Very good. Thank you for coming. On down the line, we have our old business, and first up on deck is rezoning alcohol sales. This is the second reading. Do I have a motion to consider the second reading?
I'll make a motion we consider.
I'll second.
All right, motion by Jake, a second by Donna. And this is ordinance number 8-18-25-00. It's ordinance City of Copperhill, Tennessee to amend Title 8 of Municipal Code to clarify permitted locations for alcohol beverage sales, to authorize special occasion licenses in public spaces, to amend section 8-2111 and 3, to amend section 8-216, 1 through 7, and to remove permit limits. Whereas the City of Copperhill seeks to align zoning regulations with current and intended alcohol-related uses within the city, and whereas Copperhill Municipal Planning Commission has recommended clarifications concerning where alcohol permits may be issued, including for special events in public spaces. And whereas the Board of Mayor and Aldermen finds it necessary to update and streamline provisions in Title 8 of Copperhill Municipal Code. Now therefore be it ordained by the Board of Mayor and Aldermen of the City of Copperhill, Tennessee as follows. Section 8-2111 of Copperhill Municipal Code is deleted and replaced with: the Beer Board of the City is authorized to issue special occasion licenses to bona fide charitable, nonprofit, or political organizations for special events. Section 8-211(3) of Copperhill Municipal Code is deleted and replaced with: the fee for each special occasion license shall be $100. Section 8-216, 1 through 7 of Copperhill Municipal Code and all amendments thereto are hereby repealed in their entirety and replaced with the following. Number one, the sale and service of alcoholic beverages under Class 1, Class 2, Class 3, and special occasion permits shall be permitted in the following zoning districts: C1, C2, and I1. 2, there shall be no limit on the number or type of permits may be issued in these zones. All activity remains subject to applicable city and state laws. Number 3, special occasion permits may also be issued for events in public spaces, including parks, plazas, sidewalk, public squares, and city streets temporarily closed for approved events. Public space means any city-owned or city-managed area open to the public for general use or scheduled events. Issuance is subject to the city's standard standard permitting procedures. 4, the sale, service, or distribution of alcoholic beverages is strictly prohibited in all residential zoning districts R1, R2, and R3. This prohibition applies to businesses, vendors, and events, and no exceptions shall be granted. Under Section 3, the municipal code and zoning map shall be updated to reflect these changes. Formatting or numbering adjustments may be made by the city recorder and municipal staff as needed. Section 4, if any section or portion of this ordinance is held invalid, the remainder shall remain in full force and in effect. This ordinance shall become effective on the first day of October 2025 upon final passage, the public welfare requiring it. So we have a motion and a second. We have further discussion on this. Okay, so just to recap, basically, what we found was that we were not in compliance with where alcohol was being sold in a number of the areas. And we're just getting ourselves in compliance. Tamara, you wasn't here for that
Yeah.
discussion, but do you have any?
No, because I was already in agreement.
Okay, all right, very good. So anybody else have anything? Okay, perfect. Get roll call, please.
Mayor Barker.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Reeves.
Yes.
Alderman Thomas.
Yes.
Alderman Tanner.
Yes.
Alderman Martin.
Yes.
And it passes. So appreciate that. Next, in old business, we have a resolution to consider the appointment of the city attorney. Do I have a motion to consider?
Make a motion.
I'll second.
All right, motion by Donna, second by Jake. I will read this resolution. I put it on back in June, but it didn't move forward. We needed to make sure that this is something that we could indeed afford. So, City Copperhill Resolution Number 6-16-25-01, a resolution of the Board of Mayor and Aldermen of the City of Copperhill, Tennessee, appointing a city attorney. Whereas the City of Copperhill, Tennessee requires the services of a qualified attorney to serve as a city attorney and provide legal counsel to the Board of Mayor and Aldermen, city departments, and various boards and commissions. And whereas Judge Casey Stokes is a licensed attorney in the state of Tennessee and possesses the legal qualifications, experience, and knowledge necessary to fulfill the duties of city attorney. And whereas the Board of Mayor and Aldermen believes it to be in the best interest of the city to appoint Judge Casey Stokes to this role. Now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Mayor and Aldermen of the City of Copperhill, Tennessee as follows. Judge Casey Stokes is hereby appointed to serve as city attorney for the City of Copperhill, Tennessee, effective 15th day of September 2025. As city attorney, Judge Stokes shall perform all duties as required by law, as directed by the City of Copperhill, including but not limited to providing legal advice to the city, reviewing ordinances, resolutions, and legal documents, and representing the city in legal matters before the Copperhill City Court, including but not limited to code enforcement, ordinance violations, and other legal matters as they may arise. This appointment shall remain in effect until otherwise modified or rescinded by the Board of Mayor and Aldermen. Be it further resolved that this resolution shall become effective immediately upon its adoption, the public welfare requiring it. And Judge Stokes couldn't be here this evening. Do we have any discussion?
No, I'll just say what I said at the time. I think what we kind of around agreed at that time is that it's necessary for us to have some legal representation.
You still same paper, still?
Yes.
Nothing's changed.
Nothing has changed. And it's basically my thought process is, if we get to where we cannot afford it, we will, as this resolution says, we will rescind it.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, you cannot afford to not have an attorney. So, I mean, we must have representation, especially moving forward with what we been trying to do with cleaning up some things going on. Any other discussion? All right, roll call.
Mayor Parker,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Reese,
Yes.
Alderman Thomas,
Yes.
Alderman Tanner,
Yes.
Alderman Martin.
Yes.
And it passes. Very good. Next on the agenda, under new business, we have a resolution for Board of Zoning Appeals, and that one is, if I can find it, yes, there it is. So do I have a motion to consider?
I make a motion to consider.
I'll second that.
All right, a motion by Jake, a second by Jeff. And Jeff?
I'll save you some time since I was one, brought this upon us, so. This is resolution 9-15-25-01, a resolution of the city of Copperhill, Tennessee, designating the municipal planning commission to serve as the board of zoning appeals pursuant to Tennessee Code annotated 13-7-20, 13-7-205A1. Whereas Tennessee Code annotated 13-7-205A1 provides that the chief legislative body of a municipality may create a board of zoning appeals of 3, 5, or 7 members, or may designate the municipal planning commission of the municipality as the board of zoning appeals. Whereas the city of Copperhill, Tennessee has an established municipal planning commission, and whereas the board of mayor and aldermen of the city of Copperhill desires to designate the municipal planning commission to also serve as the board of zoning appeals as authorized by law. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the board of mayor and aldermen of the city of Copperhill, Tennessee, as the following. Section 1, pursuant to Tennessee Code annotated 13-7-205A1, the city of Copperhill Municipal Planning Commission is hereby designated to serve as the board of zoning appeals for the city of Copperhill, Tennessee. Section 2, the planning commission, when acting as the board of zoning appeals, acting as the board of zoning appeals, shall exercise the power, duties, and responsibilities set forth by Tennessee Code annotated 13-7-207 and other applicable provisions of state law. Be it further resolved that this resolution shall become effective immediately upon adoption, the public welfare requiring it. What this is going to allow us to do in the planning commission from this point on, and I've done a lot of reading on this to figure this stuff out. It's going to give us 3 more powers, which is not going to be that big of a deal. It's going to be beneficial to us. First of all, we can hear and decide appeals. If somebody has something that they want to appeal, we can do it. We could do it as a planning commission, but we can do it now since we are the board of zoning appeals. We can hear and decide special exemptions. We need that. But the big thing is we can hear a variance request and we can either approve or deny it. We could not do that as a planning commission. So we're now in compliance. We haven't had a variance come through yet on our planning commission, so we don't have to go back to anything. And that's why I changed that wording a while ago, to make sure it didn't go back and somebody see that in there. Because it was a zoning request amendment. So, but now, if somebody comes in with a variance, and the variance we got to keep in mind for Copperhill, Tennessee, is only irregularities in land or something. That's all it's for. If you got, and it's pretty straightforward. If you got like you can't meet your setbacks because of a rock, you might have a little creek in your property or something like that. That's what a variance is, to move your house up. You may have to cut a few feet off or whatever, but it's not to allow something that's not permitted to be permitted at that point. That's not what a variance is for. You have to change the actual ordinance to do something like that RV request that we denied. So that's what that is. We got more control, I guess you could say, so it's good.
And there are very specific requirements when you are in like R1 or R2 on how much yard you're supposed to have. Parking is also covered. We have a lot of items in place in zoning that we just, if we just open the book and follow the rules, it's already there for us. So that's what, and if somebody wants to do something in a like Jeff said, in an odd space, that's what this would be for.
It is, save us from having to put somebody on hold and wasting their time, instead of us going, wait a second, we go make a resolution so we can help you on appeals now, because we don't have a board
Right.
zoning appeals, but we are now. That's all we're doing. We're just taking on board. I thought we could do before, but we're official.
And I would advise, if you are gonna build in this town, if you're gonna do something, you best come before the planning commission. You need to make a call. If you're gonna purchase, call Jeff first. We have everything laid out in front of us. It's there already. There are some things that we need to tweak, especially when it comes to commercial. However, if you don't, it could cost you some money. You could get your project stopped.
Exactly.
It's very thorough. I mean, I think that's what we learned when we first got on the commission, was all of this was laid out.
It's all
Explicit.
I don't think you got things to look at.
Yeah.
You know, it's online. It's
You are not supposed to put a sign up in this downtown unless you come up here and get permission to do so. It's laid out there. Since 1993, it has been there on the books. So any sign that's gone up in the last 6 months, when the attorney gets here, we're gonna have a discussion about that. Because there's a lot of non-compliant signs downtown. So just those type things that people have not done that they're supposed to be doing, making a call to the city. That's off subject, nonetheless. All right, any other discussion? All right, roll call.
Mayor Barker?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Reese?
Yes.
Alderman Thomas?
yes.
Alderman Tanner?
Yes.
Alderman Martin?
Yes.
All right, next on new business, we have a resolution, municipal planning commission training waiver. Do I have a motion to consider?
Motion considered.
Go
So-
ahead, Don.
Either one.
A motion by Jake, second by Donna. Okay.
Okay, yes.
All right, Jeff.
You ready to read? Okay. There we go. Okay. Resolution 9-15-25-02. A resolution of the Board of Mayor and Aldermen of the City of Copperhill, Tennessee, opting out of the training and continuing education requirements for the Municipal Planning Commission members as authorized by Tennessee Code annotated 13-3-1 or -101J9. Whereas Tennessee Code annotated Title 13, Chapter 3, Part 1, 13-3-101 establishes provisions for the creation, membership, and training of planning commission, and whereas subsection J of 13-3-101 sets forth training and continuing education requirements for members of the planning commission, and whereas Tennessee Code annotated 13-3-101J9 provides that the legal or the legislative body of a municipality may at any time opt out of training and continuing education requirements by passage of a resolution or ordinance, and whereas the Board of Mayor and Aldermen of the City of Copperhill find it in the best interest of the city and its municipal planning commission to exercise this option at its present time. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Board of Mayor and Aldermen of the City of Copperhill, Tennessee, as follows. Pursuant to Tennessee Code annotated 13-3-101J9, the City of Copperhill, Tennessee hereby formally opts out of the training and continuing education requirements set forth in 13-3-101J. Be it further resolved that this resolution shall become effective immediately upon its adoption for public welfare. We had 4 hours that you could train if you want to train, but you can get on the, I'd get on, what I would do if you want to read about this stuff, is get on and read the Tennessee handbook for the planning commission. It basically, it lays out everything if you want to, but like I was telling Greg, if I've got any questions that I think we're going to get jeopardized on, I'm not making a decision until I go through impasse or our city attorney. I am not, so I feel pretty comfortable with what we're doing. Very comfortable, to be honest with you. So, in my opinion, I think we'll be very well protected.
Any other discussion? All right, roll call.
Mayor Barker?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Reese?
Yes.
Alderman Thomas?
Yes.
Alderman Tanner?
Yes.
Alderman Martin?
Yes.
Very good. And that brings us to have a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
I second.
Oh, don't try to steal it from Jeff.
Motion by Jake, second by Tamara.
Vice Mayor Moore?
Let her have it. She got that baby tonight.
Roll
Mayor
call.
Barker?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Reese.
Yes.
Alderman Thomas.
Yes.
Alderman Tanner.
Yes.
Alderman Martin.
Yes.
We're adjourned. Thank you all.
They didn't come in.